Hello everyone, Dan here, bringing you another video from Resident Evil HD Remaster. I am running on the PC version using the Door Skip mod. If you'd like a uncommentated version of this video, I will provide it in the link below. It is that video that we are taking this footage, where we will be doing the knife-only playthrough. So if you're seeking the trophy, or achievement, this will net you the CQC FTW trophy. I run this on very easy, as that is an option, and I highly recommend doing so because the bosses can be a little tricky, and we will be using Chris because he has a bit more health than Jill, a little more durability. So yeah, with that, why don't we get right to it? You notice I just do the once again here. Very easy. You'll notice a few things right off the bat here. I am playing this on PC as mentioned, but I am using the Door Skip mod. If you're interested in that, it is found on speedrun.com under the resources section for this game. It is very useful. It will cut 20-30 minutes down from your playthrough. It's amazing. Highly recommend it. So since I'm doing a New Game Plus file here, you'll notice I'll have the rocket launcher, or, well, if you have an unlocked weapon, you'll have that in place of the knife. We'll get the knife soon enough in the item box. But yeah, pretty standard start here. So I should mention, I guess right off the bat, what knife only means in this game. Obviously, pretty self-explanatory, but this means, above all, you are not allowed to use defense items, and you are not allowed to stomp like a zombie's head. So if somebody grabs you from the leg and you stomp their head, that will invalidate the trophy achievement from unlocking. So keep that in mind. But yeah, after we go to the main hall here, we're just gonna head on back up. We're gonna head towards the arrowhead. I definitely recommend obviously doing this on a second or ideally third or fourth playthrough where you know the layout fairly well. I mean, this video here will serve you pretty nicely in a lot of ways in regards to that, but as you can see, we're also moving at a pretty decent pace. It's more or less to help you with like various items to pick up, the order to pick them up for efficiency, and some boss strats that, while aren't going to be pretty, especially in the form of Elder Crimson, it proves it, and above all, it's showing you how this run is completed. Just seeing it done can do a lot, I think, to help say, hey, he did it, and I did it too. But yeah, as you can see here, if you've played the game on a higher difficulty, there are usually 2 zombies in the graveyard here, but thanks to Very Easy, those guys are removed. And that's where this playthrough becomes a lot more reasonable. Because obviously you do not want to kill any zombies, because then you have to deal with Crimson Heads, and you definitely do not want that, because using the canteen can also invalidate the trophy / achievement, so you cannot burn a zombie if you downed it with the knife. So do yourself a favor and avoid those guys. But yeah, and we got the sword key there after all that. I didn't realize that when I went to film this, I should have put this in English text for the sake of ease. But yeah, that was the sword key. Typically in a speedrun, you would run this on traditional Chinese, as it is the fastest language. But, yeah, I forgot to switch that off. I've just kind of been in that mode for so long now. Anybody's followed the channel, I've done a number of things with, this game. So yeah, you have to come into this room first before you can go get the chemical. That's where we get the old key. But yeah, if that zombie were to grab you on the ground and you stomped his head, that'd be it. You'd be invalidated. So, again, just keep that in mind. There we go. There's the chemical. So if you're wondering, like, why am I doing a run where it's showing me unlocking the achievement? It is because, for the longest time, most of the stuff I've done with this game was created on the PS4. And I've only recently got my PC up to snuff to do some more content with it. I don't know what I'm Oh, I'm going. Here we go. Dump our rocket launcher, and there's the knife waiting for us. And then there's an old key there that we need as well. But yeah, I did most of the content on the PS4, so this is just unlocking some Steam achievements, and I figure, well, you know, I never really covered either this or Real Survival, which will be the video that follows this. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to do so. There we go in there, get the dog whistle. We do not need the lighter, because Chris comes with it, obviously. But yeah, that was me stopping because I was expecting zombies to be there, but again, very easy, reduces a lot of the zombies in this game. So again, if you're going for this knife only, do it on very easy. And you'll see why I really stress that. There are a few things that are obnoxiously difficult to kill. One of them is actually coming up, the dog. Where the dog is on, there are normally 2 dogs here, but on very easy, thankfully, there's only 1. So I always position myself right about here so that I'm guaranteed, then just time it and you get a knife shot on the dog. So we got 1 hit there. There's 2. Kind of get yourself in a position. Of course, I got bit. There you go. And that's all you have to do, really. It's fairly simple, all things considered. But yeah, then just grab the collar and leave. Yeah, but that opening position, I think, helps a lot. So here, I'm trying to bait this zombie. He's just kind of walking, and he's just going to let us pass. More often than not, those zombies will grab at you. But if you're just patient, and you know, that timing for those evasions can be a little tricky. But you can do it. It takes some practice, but you know, it's not too hard to pick up, I'd say. It might be frustrating at first, but the good thing is on this difficulty, there are healing items all over the place, and you'll see me take advantage of a lot of them as well. And you know, and there's also there's an infinite heal there as well by the dogs. So you have plenty of options to kind of refill yourself if need be. So you'll notice going up and down steps. I just kind of noticed it myself, realizing it's not just ordinary. This is a technique called Stair Skating. So obviously this is not needed for the achievement. It's only needed if you're trying to finish the game quickly, but what you'll do is at a stairwell, you will run with the D-pad. So you'll do the standard, like where you'd be walking and you have to hit the run button to go. Well, you would mash said run button as fast as you can, and the quicker you do it, the quicker your character will move up and down the steps. It's like it's rushing their feet, and it'll almost create like a skating-like motion, and that's why it's called stair skating. There are ways to make it go like a guaranteed speed, but there are tutorials out there for that. You can look up for these purposes. That's more than enough. So there we go. We saw Rebecca and Richard. Now we got to go get the serum for Richard. There are a few disadvantages Chris has in his run compared to Jill. Obviously, the old keys is one where Jill just has the lockpick. Weapon-wise, the grenade launcher is a big advantage for Jill. But another thing is the fact that Chris is going to have to make this trip we're about to do twice. Put your sword key away here, by the way, and grab the serum. And what I mean by that is after we save Richard, pretty much we're going to have to go, we'll be taking him to the room we were just in, so we're going to have to make our way back up to go past him again. But we'll get more into that here in a minute. Alright, now we're going to go use the chemical. You have about, I think it's 7 in-game minutes to save Richard. I could be mistaken on that, though. You really don't... The good thing is you don't have to worry about saving him if you really don't want to. Because the main benefit of saving him is you get the assault shotgun from him. But since this is knife only, you don't really need to, but... you know, for efficiency's sake, it could be worth it. Also, you'll notice there were a whole bunch of green herbs in there. If you need one, take it. Just bear in mind the fact that Chris does have 2 less slots than Jill, so you have to be a little more efficient with your inventory. Which is where knife only is fine for him, so you don't have to worry about carrying ammo, but yeah, it's just something to consider. We had to go through there and get the yet another old key out of the closet behind that zombie. And the old keys are a big part of what people don't like about Chris's campaign, I believe. And the inventory slots are a pain, but I think people will in general get over that pretty quick. But yeah, those old keys are a pain. Alright, here we go. Heading back to Richard now. And this is pretty standard stuff, though, for the most part. This really isn't much different than, you know, like any speedrun you may have seen me do, or any number of things. The zombies might be in a little different spot because we're on very easy versus normal, but yeah, for the most part, this is pretty set until we get to Elder Crimson. But this is the trip back. See, when you're playing as Jill just leaves him in the hallway where he's at. But yeah, Chris will help bring him, with Rebecca's help, will bring him back to the save room. There's some more herbs, obviously. We're going to go into the side room here to get the first part of the music score. Or I think this might be the middle section, but either way, it's the first pickup you make. Use our lighter. We're going to push this. I think I get grabbed by this zombie. There's a pretty slick dodge you can do here. Yeah, he just walked right into me. I remember that now. In the real survival run, I think I get the dodge off. Be sure to stay tuned for that if you want to see it. Ideally, you kind of just stand there, and it'll actually kind of bait a grab from him, and you can get around him. It looks like it shouldn't work, but it does. So since I took the bite, I went ahead and grabbed an herb. Keep myself at 100%. When we get to the hunters, I'll go into the importance of full health versus caution a little more. One other upside of doing this run is the fact that it does incentivize the fact that you only have the knife, and that means you'll be running faster. For those that did not know, the game will, the character will run faster if they have either a knife or nothing equipped, as opposed to a gun. It's quite nice, especially, you know, because this game will move at a slightly slower pace. There we go. Heal back up to full health. For the other form of the music. But yeah, your character will run faster. But, yeah. So once we use the music there, we're going to go ahead and say yes to Rebecca. It doesn't matter what you say to her, she's going to play the piano anyway. She'll just ignore Chris pretty much. But to conclude her practicing, all you need to do is go back into the main hall. So go grab the emblem, go through those double doors, and then head on back to her. Yeah, unfortunately, that means you got to dodge this guy a lot, and he finally got me on the last attempt. Another advantage for Jill is the fact that she knows how to play the piano, so you only have to go through here once. But Rebecca figures it out. Good job, Rebecca. We're going to use the old emblem and take the gold one out. I think I might make a slight mistake here coming up, and I forget to use the gold emblem right away and grab the shield key. Overall, this run, it's not like I don't die or anything like that, spoilers, but there's a few little routing mistakes I do make. Oh yeah, there we go, I almost did. I make a few little weird mistakes here and there. Maybe it's because it's been a while since I've played this, but I don't know. The real survival run was actually redeemed over on my Twitch channel. And after finishing that, we had some time, so I was like, hey, you know what? Why don't we get the rest of the achievements? And this was one of them I needed. If you guys would like, I could add in every nook and cranny achievement, which I believe is getting every item, pretty much picking up every item in the game, to where the map is like all blue or whatever. It's a little tricky, but if you guys want that, enjoy this in the Real Survivor one, I can make it. Just let me know. Anyway, we're gonna head back here, and we're gonna go and engage with Jan. Okay, dump the key. Alright, there we go. Weird thing with Jan is that, with Chris, Jan just appears there, and then you're right in the action with Jan. When you're playing as Jill, since Richard, in theory, if he's alive, is in the other hallway, he'll interrupt with another cutscene skip. Chris doesn't have that, so it's kind of awkward. But, that's only, I guess, if you're just used to it being one way. I go ahead and grab the other herb here. I don't think I should have done that, but... Oh, okay, I just heal right away. So yeah, my intent here is to do this pretty close to the speed run. So we're gonna go in here and do the statue puzzle now to get the final in-mansion mask. So this is top right, bottom left, bottom right. And I'll open up the the bars there protecting the jewelry box. Or, well, we have to hit the switch first. There you go. Hit the switch. And there we go. Jewelry box. Okay. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I remember what we do here. We're going to go through, and we're going to use up all the items, and we're going to come back and get some healing. Now, oh, yeah, this puzzle first. Yeah, hit the first button here. Go around the corner, and hit the first two that you see. And that. And then just hit the painting at the end. Pretty easy puzzle. But yeah, so what I'm going to do here is we're going to go use the old key here. And then I'm just going to go and use all the masks that I have. There was the fourth one laying there. And I could have taken that, and ideally in a speedrun you would. But because Elder Crimson takes a lot of knife strikes, and it's very hard to avoid him, I'm going to go back and get some healing prior to actually engaging with him. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to use these masks. Open the jewelry box here. Basically just fill in the heart there. But he will not be able to escape because we still have one more to go. But yeah, I would not recommend fighting him without at least one healing item if you can avoid it. Again, it's not like he's incredibly dauntingly tough, but if you're not very skilled with the knife, which I'll fully admit I'm far from great with it, then it could create some trouble for you. So yeah, we're just going back to get some healing now. Because if you're... Ooh, we got grabbed there. I forgot that second guy broke in. But yeah, if your intent is to get the achievement and nothing else... Now, if you're using this to learn the speedrun route, obviously you want to do this, but... Yeah. Wesker's nice enough to leave us 2 first aid sprays in there. Very nice. I think I might grab this herb here too, because I took the bite. Yeah. What am I doing here? Oh, I'm gonna go ahead and put the armor key away. Yeah, with us. Oh, and grab the first aid that's in there already? Maybe? Nah, okay. Yeah, the armor key, the last usage of it was the room with the paintings there. There we go, get past that guy again. So yeah, with Elder Crimson coming up here, I don't really have what I would call a good strategy for him. I just kind of run around. You're going to see a lot of us chasing each other in circles. And it will look worse than you're probably imagining right now. But it is kind of what it is. I don't have a better solution to it myself. I'm sure there are plenty out there if you go and watch like a true speed run of this. But yeah, he's very aggressive. He's very grab and slash happy. So it's kind of a stick and move kind of thing. The problem is you have to ready yourself, then slash, and the motion is not fast. So yeah, I grabs, slash. See, and I got a hit in there. So here we go, we're chasing each other. We're gonna be here for a little bit. Gosh, this looks worse than I remember. But I got a slash in there, but I took a hit. But he has so many double attacks in here, it's crazy. And I as much as not to spoil anything, but wait until you see the Plant 42 fight. There we go. I got a few headshots in there. I was willing to take the grab there pretty knowingly. And again, Chris does have a good amount of HP on this difficulty. But I took the grab there just so I could get 2 headshots in. Because aiming high when you're close to him will hit him in the head. And it does do a little more damage. It's just a little awkward to connect with it. And again, the camera being a little further away here doesn't help either. But yeah, just stick and move. And if you're worried about health, like you don't have all the you had to use one of those first aid early, just grab some of you can grab some of the herbs by the chemical, for example. But notice I've had to use an herb and a first aid already. And like I said, I'm far from great with the knife. I'm good enough to endure this. It's mostly just the strategy that'll... Not the strategy is in this fight, because this is horrible, but the routing where I think I can help potential trophy goers as much as anything. But, you know, there you go, though. You know, we came into this fight prepared. We had a full heal and a green herb, and we still had a full heal left over. And we're leaving there in fine health, and he is dead. It wasn't pretty, but it worked, you know? But what I just did there is further proof that you do not need to be an expert to achieve this. So, you know, if you're concerned, you know, just stick with it. It can be done. And, of course, you can save as well. I forgot to mention that. But, yeah, you feel free to save all you want. I don't in this run just because I've played the game a whole bunch. But you most certainly do not need to save. Or you most certainly can save if you would want to. Yeah, so, you know, live it up. There's another first aid spray here. Yeah, we're going to start prepping health-wise for Plant 42 coming up. Because, well, I made the poor decision to just not use the V-Jolt because I didn't remember the code and I was lazy. So, I will say for that upcoming section, which I'll hit on more, it may not be optimal, but, yeah. So, with the puzzle here, you just want the roosters to be pointing pretty much at you. And they'll face away from each other. And just ignore the crows. Unfortunately, we cannot go get the magnum there. You know, the slight pause there for Lisa's calling. Again, some slight sloppy stair skating. Again, more healing. Yeah, these are very easy exclusive herbs, I believe. An interesting trick with doors, if you're in the rush of getting out of a doorway, by the way, if you hold, well, it's X on the PlayStation, but if you just hold, like, the door open button, whatever it is for whatever you're playing on, you can actually open the door early. As soon as you hit the hitbox, you'll activate it. So, like, running towards it, holding that button, you'll hit the, you'll open it that way. It can be useful if, like, you're, you know, like, when you're using the stone and metal object and that dog's about to bite you or something like that, and you need to get out as quick as possible. It could bail you out. Oh, I should mention, I believe my FPS here is set to 60. I could be wrong on that, though. The last I said it was at that, but I might have switched it back. I don't do anything that's any different, though. There are a few exclusive strats for certain things, but it shouldn't be affecting anything here. I guess my point is that I don't remember, but it doesn't matter that I don't remember. Yeah, sorry, new to PC life here, so you'll have to bear with me on things like that. But yeah, you just take a step forward to bait these and immediately step back. It's a little tricky, but, you know, obviously just do what you can to get out of there, but yeah, just a slight step forward and quickly back. Yeah, some nice example of stair skating there again. And you'll notice, I mean, as you can tell, with those door loads removed, again, I cannot, if you're on PC, please do it. I mean, unless you have a really strong nostalgia for door animations, which, if you do, I appreciate, believe me, it is part of the history of Resident Evil, and, you know, I respect that as much as anything, but otherwise, if you're kind of indifferent, or you've seen them enough to where it doesn't matter, just go and download that mod. In fact, I'll even, I'll throw a link to the page it's on in the description below. Yeah, because it's just a nice quality of life, and I should make mention the same mod will work with Resident Evil 0 HD Remaster, so the one mod will take care of both. And we're making our way over to the guardhouse now. Pretty standard stuff here, again. If you would like a more in-depth tutorial, by the way, for achieving the best ending and at a speedy pace, I do have videos for Chris and Jill best ending. They could serve as speedrun guides. They could serve as, you know, like if you're actually looking to learn speed running of the game, they could, or just you're looking to achieve sub 3 hours. Anything like that. I got greedy with that green herb. I deserve to get hit by that spider. If you're looking to do anything like that, I say just, those videos will, serve you in the right way. Anyway, we're going to push the box over here, cover this hole so Plant 42 can't grab us. This isn't needed. You can actually just run past there, but I figured fighting off Plant 42 isn't using the knife, so we're not going to do it, as weird as that sounds. Plus, you know, every little bit of damage saved helps in a thing like this, because we're going to burn a lot of health. That was me pausing because I forgot I'm playing Chris and not Jill. Jill has a cutscene right there. Yeah, go into the bathroom, grab the key, and leave. But yes, like I said, sorry, again, not to run over it again, but yeah, those are tutorials for the best ending. Whether you're looking to speedrun the game for ideal times, or you're looking to speedrun the game just for the achievement or trophies, it can help you with both. And I pause it and, you know, go through lines that you can take to dodge enemies and stuff like that. It's very in-depth, so if you're looking for just the game achieving best ending, those will definitely help you. But anyway, enough of that self-promotion. I just said that poorly because that spider threw my concentration or something. Who knows? I don't know. It's late, too. Anyway, you know, just gonna go through the motions here in the guardhouse. A little bit of back and forth here. And we're gonna head to the basement here. Go see some sharks. Yeah, the zombie will be in here. Just run forward, and he should, run forward and like a slight twinge to Chris's right, and you should get around that that zombie pretty easily. And here's the old standard box puzzle. I respect the placement of the box puzzle, but it does kind of needlessly break the flow here, I'll admit. But again, as a tip of the hat to the original and just this old era of gaming, I love it. It's I don't know. It's just something that I'm glad in 2002 was still around, you know. Yeah, pretty easy stuff though. Yeah, there's not a, and it's a little more complicated than the original, but this one they take it pretty easy on you. Another herb coming up here. I think I'm gonna mix them. Okay. Yeah, so I mixed the herbs here because the sharks are coming up and there's a really good chance of taking a hit against them. So I go ahead and just take the single one, assuming I'm gonna get hit, and I'll be able to get myself back up to max. Oh, I did not. This was good luck. If you want to go quicker, taking the inner ring there is faster, but it is a lot riskier that you may end up taking a hit. So I decided to take it safe. Why burn through any more health? All right, and head on down here, and we're going to solve the puzzle here. So if you've never done this puzzle, when you get down, go over here. You notice the number 2 was there. Well, here, let me show this again real quick, sorry. Okay. Oh, shit.
Locking all doors.
It's a bodge. Okay. I'm watching the no comment. Okay. So you see the number 2 there? Again, if you're playing in English, this is a lot easier. What it's basically saying is this valve, it'll be 1, 2, or 3, and that's where you find the answer, is this sheet right here. There we go. Sorry about that. Just wanted to clarify that since this isn't in English, and I assume most people that are watching this will not necessarily be fluent in reading Chinese. If you are, hey, hell yes. But yeah, just hit this console on the right, hit this lever on the left. Then it's gonna get stuck, so we gotta use the oil or like reset the oil pressure or whatever. So we have to hit oil valve number 2. Again, that's totally random which of the 3 you'll get. And then hit the console on the right again. Lever on the left again. And that'll lower the protector, window protection. And finally, hit the switch. And then we're going to head on out. So this part coming up, you might be wondering, can I use the generator to kill Neptune? I'm like 99.9% sure you can, and you will be fine. I don't remember ever doing what I'm about to do. Alright, here, let me pause it real quick so I can explain this. I don't remember ever doing what I am about to do, or even knowing it was possible when I did this originally. So I'm very certain you're fine pushing the generator in, which what you'll want to do is you're going to want to try and grab the key from this thing here. The camera will switch, and then it'll fall in and Neptune will awaken. What you'll want to do then is push this console into the water and flip a lever on the right. That lever will electrocute Neptune, kill it. It'll all short out, and then you can get back in and grab the key. What I'm going to do is called the Neptune Skip. This skip will, well, skip that. So there's the, I went over to the thing to awaken Neptune, and the key fell in the water. So what I do is I'll walk very slightly forward and immediately dart sideways. I mean like a half step and then over. This isn't so hard to do once you know how to do it. Like, that sounds almost pretentious or whatever, sorry. I guess what I mean is, once you do it, you'll probably be able to do it every time from then forward. Then on, it's really not that bad. It's just a little weird once learning that initial first step and then dart over. So if you're worried about dying here, you haven't saved in a while, I would just use the console and hope it doesn't screw up the trophy. I don't think it would, though. I'm very certain it wouldn't, to be honest. But, you know, if you made a save here recently that wouldn't put you back and you want to go for it, go for it. Just know it is very risky, because if you screw this up, Neptune will kill you. And there's no getting around it either. It's an insta-kill. So just keep that in mind. You know, go for it if you have a save and you just want to say, hell, why not? But again, just very slight and over. But you cannot, don't hesitate. But, you know, also don't get over anxious and make a mistake either. Easy to say, I know, but yeah. Alright, but you'll notice here, I'm just going to walk forward, I'm going to jump in, and then boom. And then just I'm mashing X the whole time, or the pickup button, whatever it is for you. Grab the key, and then just go. That's the Neptune Skip. Yeah, hopefully that was a decent breakdown for you guys. I go through it again in the tutorials I mentioned earlier as well. But yeah, we're done down here. We got the key we needed. Now we gotta go to the long, grueling battle against Plant 42. So you're going to be instantly wondering, why didn't I make the V-Jolt? And I'll just be honest with you, it's because I was lazy. And I have no defense. I have no defense here. It is lazy. Because, as you can tell, the game is in Chinese, and I didn't really want to change it in the middle of the run. I am streaming this. Well, when this happened, I was streaming, and I just, set the recording so it only captures the gameplay, the little thing at the bottom you see with my name. This is taken from a live stream, so I didn't really want to change it and disrupt stream and everything. I didn't remember the code for the door to get in there either, because I haven't done it in a long time. It's not part of the speed runs or anything like that. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. We're going to take full force Plant 42 down with the knife. Now for you, if you don't play this a ton, you're like on maybe your second or third playthrough and you're really worried, for the love of God, go make the V-Jolt. The V-Jolt's pretty straightforward to make. You open up that door, and then you combine a whole bunch of the fluids. It's very straightforward, really. But it's all done in that room. After you make it, you go down to where the sharks were. There's a second door there. You go in that second door. It's past the one that I went in to climb down the ladder where the number thing was. Use it on the roots of Plant 42, and it'll put you in the second phase already. So just do that. Don't be crazy here. Again, if you're worried, if you're confident with your knife skills, or you just want to say, screw it, I want to keep pace with the video. Hey, go for it. Yeah, go for it. I think I might make a menuing mistake here, though. Yeah, I do. Okay. Yeah, because I don't have the key. Or do I? I can't remember. I made that mistake in one of these runs. But yeah, I loaded up on health, and you'll see why. This fight is something else. Oh, yeah, that's right. I can't grab the key. Yeah, because I didn't have the key yet. This is when I realized I made the mistake. I'm sitting there saying baby rage or swearing under my breath or something like that, that I have to go all the way back here. And this is what I was thinking about. It's like, should I do the VJOL? And like, no, I can't. I don't remember. So yeah, sorry about this being in here. It wasn't the most efficient run, as you could tell. But, again, it is what it is. So we're going to climb back over, and we're going to go put one of these first aid sprays away. Again, save if you need to. It is a very valid option. Do not feel bad about doing it at all. Because, again, thankfully this is very easy, though. I mean, like, I'm going to take a large number of hits here, and I probably deserve to die. But, I didn't because it's very easy. At the same point, saving is nice. Because if I did die, it would have sucked, because I would have had to restart all over. But anyway, we killed the bees. And now we're just gonna grab the key. Now, I'm just gonna set this up now. This is going to be a long, slightly grueling fight. It's probably a little shorter than the On fight is. Maybe about the same. It's mostly this. The biggest problem with this fight, though, is it's so awkward. Because to damage Plant 42 in this game with the knife, you need to hit the vines that are spread across. Doing so can be a little tricky, to say the least. These vines are... I'd say the biggest problem is the depth perception, at least for me. It's so hard to tell where they actually are. So I go down here to try this part first. It's not going to work. There's too much going on right now. I'm quickly realizing, yeah, this isn't going to happen. You can't hit the actual bulb for Plant 42. Like I said, it has to be the vines. So I'm going to come over here where I can see a little better. And again, this is where depth perception is tricky. Now, first couple hits aren't going to be so bad, because, there's just so many of them. There we go, nice. I think it only takes one or two hits, though, to get rid of them. There we go, good. Yeah, this started out pretty nicely, actually. Yeah, I'm swinging blind, but I'm way offline. I can see it a little more now. There you go. Oof, there's the hit down. That's where most of the damage will come from, is that, but... And we're gonna go back up, keep trying, keep swinging. It is interesting to see this fight this way, though. Usually just shooting the bulb is the solution. It's nice to see it from a different way. Because it'd be easy to assume those vines couldn't even be damaged. There we got a nice hit in. Trying to line myself up. Again, way too far up. It's amazingly different, though. When I was in the moment doing this, I thought I was a lot closer than I was. I can see it so much better now. Ooh. Yeah, I hit the... Notice I hit the one that looked like it was really far back when I was closer to the screen, though. Again, that's where it's just really tricky. There you go, good hit on the one shooting, dropping some acid. Yeah, what I was doing, too, is as soon as I got into orange, where Chris is holding his side, I would just use that as my cue to heal. I'm trying my damnedest to hit one of those two vines there. I cannot do it. Hey, there we go. Yeah, unfortunately, this is the fight for knife only. Hopefully you have a little more luck than I did, but just swing up and try and line yourself up. And that's really all I can recommend. Don't get greedy, obviously. Don't let it hit you if you can help it. But, you know, if you have plenty of healing, you can eventually get it. It does die after all the vines are gone. I think I mentioned that before, but, you know, so you got an idea of how far along you are in the fight. It's kind of what I'm going with. I cannot hit that one. Oh, I think I did get it there. Yeah, I think I did. So I'm going to come over here, try to get these ones on the side. Good hits there. A big thing here is be very careful of the, there are these pods in the corners that if you stand by them for too long, they will shoot out a poison gas. It doesn't actually poison you, but it does do damage. So be careful there. You can see those little, like, I think I do get hit by one of them here in a bit. Yeah, if you stand like where I am right now, too long. It's the game basically telling you you're not allowed to camp in a spot where Plant 42 can't hit you. Yeah, so I'm all the way over here now. Alright, I think this is it. Yeah, here it goes. Now, if this does poison you on like a higher difficulty, feel free to let me know. I honestly don't know if it does or not. I just did damage here. It's, again, one of those things I haven't really dealt with too much in a while, but, I just remember it ever hurting you. I cannot hit these last two, though. Again, this is kind of what I was talking about, but, again, I hope you have a little more luck with it than I did here. The big thing is, though, is getting it done, right? This is the point of frustration. It's like, man, I just wasted a heal. I have two of these things left. They're in an awkward angle. I cannot seem to hit for one reason or another. So I decided to try and lure them back over to the front. We're going to try it from over here. I think this is where we get it. Not close. Maybe not. Whiff. I don't know what I'm swinging at. Hey, there we go. There's a hit. Finally. What was it, 2 minutes? And this is when I'm just like frustrated. I mean, frustrated is the right word, but just like, just hit him. So I'm just at the mash point. There we go. I got rid of one of them. It's weird. It'll make a pop sound sometimes, and then other ones will be kind of quiet. But yeah, I kind of determined this was the spot to do it just because the railing was a little shorter here, so I guess the spots I could get hit from were better, but I don't know how truth is there or not. It was just maybe even a little luck. Try as I might. I don't know what I was doing here, though. Are we going to go back down and try again? Apparently. I timed that badly. Oh. Oh. Oh, I got grabbed and thrown down. Yeah. Yikes. Still fine, though. Thank you, very easy. I don't deserve to be. Like I said, I deserve to die here. There you go. That's one hit. We need one more on it, I think. Hey, there it is. Sheesh. But again, you know, it's like I said, it isn't pretty. This isn't the optimal perfection speed run of it. This is just showing you that an average level person using the knife can do it. You know, you can do it, just some practice and everything. You know, you don't have to have thousands of hours in this game to be able to do this stuff. But there we go. We're done. We can leave. We got the helmet key. It is time to head back. There was Wesker, making his giant contribution to the matter by killing some bees for us. But he's also going to contribute by releasing the hunters. What a nice guy. Alright, let's see what menuing I do here. I think I'm going to put... Alright, we're going to grab that green herb to combine those. I'm going to heal with this double green, probably. Yeah, and then combine those. Alright, hunters are coming in. So, a big thing with hunters is... Now, I should make mention this is rare, too. But they can do their... They have an insta-kill attack that will trigger in caution mode. But sometimes, if you're not at full health, even though it still says fine, they can do it then, too. So I always like to be at full health if possible, or like where I know it's 100%. You know, I wouldn't have to worry too much about that, but again, you know, with this difficulty, their aggression's probably not as high, but it's just something to think about. So again, take the line here for the snakes. That line right there should help you avoid getting bit. You want more info, the tutorial, I pause it there, and, you know, go through the whole line. For this matter here, I won't worry about that, because there are plenty more blue herbs and everything like that around. So yeah, hunters, I mean, the big thing is just play it safe, play it smart. There's less of them you have to deal with here, so that helps. But yeah, you know, be safe and smart. That's all I can really say. You know, do your best. I'd just recommend running away from most of them. Other than that, yeah. There you go, nice. Just run right in there. I did this because, just for the item box, I guess. Do I take something for Jan? I am thinking about it. I do not. Okay. So normally there will be 2 hunters in here, though, but on very easy there is only 1. Boy, and he was on my ass there. Jeesh. Yeah, it's nice that there isn't, because the other one could block you on that stairwell, and then you'd be in real trouble. Especially with no shotgun or anything like that to block them. Oh, okay. I didn't take the heal there, because there's one here. But again, we've got the Jan boss fight coming up, and it's not hard so much as it's kind of like that Plant 42 fight was, or even the Elder Crimson one, where you're going to take some hits and everything, but it's more like an endurance test than anything. But first we got to solve this little statue pushing segment. This is a spot where using the different control scheme can help you. What you'll want to do, what I personally recommend is using the D-pad and running around here to take that corner there, hit this switch, and then to take this corner here. Because with all those aggressive camera shifts, using the analog stick can be very tricky there and make this room more complicated than it needs to be. Just a suggestion, you know, if you're working fine with the analog stick, then stick to it. Make sure you grab the red book. It's very easy to run over it and not. Yeah, poor Mr. Trevor's grave here, and we're gonna head on down the ladder. An interesting note on these spiders. This spider right here that just hit me there. That spider is the most passive enemy in the game on any other difficulty. If you play this game on, I mean, you'll see it in the real survival playthrough if you check that out, or any, like, just even on normal. That spider will just put his arms up most of the time, chill, and let you run past. For some bizarre reason, on very easy, he is hyper aggro, though. And, well, you saw him hit me there. I have no idea why it is like that, but know, just the weird things in games sometimes. Maybe it's to play off your expectations. I don't know. Alright, so we're gonna come in here. Don't grab. What am I doing? Yeah. Do not grab the grenade, because again, defense items will invalidate your run. But yeah, you do want to grab the battery, though. Alright. And we go through the murder hall here, which isn't so bad, because there's only 2 instead of 3. Still, the Crimson Head was nice there. He was nice and a jerk. He was nice to take out the other zombie, but he was a jerk to hit us. Yeah, so I passed the herbs there because I didn't have room. Although Jan is coming up, so maybe I should have, but it's okay. I would have had to waste a full heal, and I don't have the inventory space. So again, Jan, I mean, it's kind of obvious, but don't let Jan hit you. Hitting Jan in the head does do more damage, but it's where it's weakest, so I'm going to do a lot of chasing to hit him in the tail. And there's going to be a few points where Jan will kind of cut me off and, you know, pull a little bit of a fast one on me, I'll admit it. And not be quite where I was exactly. And I'll take advantage and get some body shots and headshots in. But yeah, yeah, that's 2 hits I've already taken on this one knife bar. You can kind of prevent what just happened by, you know, staying back in the back off camera a bit. This is a slog of a fight, especially doing it like I'm trying to here. I don't know if there's much better you can do unless you bring a bunch of healing and just tank it and keep mashing in headshots, but yeah, I was not in position to do that. I was more worried with my items being what we need to progress and everything like that. So I only had 1 health item. But yeah, you can see this is kind of going to get into a little bit of a rough cycle. We'll start getting more damage in here soon, though. Yeah, part of this is where the targeting can just hurt you. There you go. But yeah, ooh, nice cutoff by Jan there. And Jan gets the cutoff, so, oh, I tried a couple slices. That was rough. And like I said, far from a pro, folks. At least, you know, knife only is definitely not my forte. There we go. So I hit him in the tail. That's when I finally realized I should guarantee to lure him over instead of running into the head there. Still, hitting the end of the tail is safe, but it is slow. That was pretty good. Got 3 good shots in there. And we baited the head. Oh, we baited the lunge, so I took advantage and got a shot right in the top of the head. Uh-oh, we're stuck. Hey, nice. Tail strike. Nice. Alright. I think I'm trying to bait it again. Yeah, I am. Yeah, the Jan's not cooperating. Oh, and he hit me anyway. I should make note that I believe you have to be an orange for this to happen, like the orange caution. Jan does have an insta-kill, where it will, like, wrap you up and, like, eat you. I don't think that should be too much of an issue here, though. Yeah, as long as you just keep kind of doing what you need to do and avoiding it here, but, yeah, it's like I said, it's a bit of a slog. There you go, I was ready that time. Good hit there. Yeah, nice. Yeah, those headshots, though, that's where the money is. Those little tails into the tail. I know those do damage, but I feel like it's, you know, trickling away like 0.5% of its health. Uh-oh. I don't know what I was thinking here. I think this is this is the spot where it ended up, oh no, not yet. There's a spot here where I do something really stupid and it for some reason ended up working out. I took the bait, but I did get hit there. So yeah, this is where I'll heal, or yeah. Yep. This is our lives. Slashing snake tails. Trying to bait that lunge again, but no luck. It is a situation where you can take a moment and appreciate the really nice design of Yawn. I've got to say, I mean, this whole game just looks beautiful for as old as it is, and they just did such a great job that it has that look that'll be almost timeless, I think, where, you know, 20 years from now, the style of this will still have value. But, you know, like, man, Yawn in particular, I love the teeth, everything, the glistening of the light off the scales, and of course the sound is perfect. You know, just the way it moves, everything is great. Even though it's a jerk that won't die to my knife. Ooh, oh, this is the ugly spot. Yeah, see, I get into this awkward spot. Yawn for some reason leaves, but it put me in a perfect spot to get a lot of good shots in. Yeah, I think we're nearing the end now. But yeah, this is kind of what you gotta do, though. It's because you can't just stand head to head with Yawn. You will get killed. You know, I don't think you can out heal / damage Yawn head to head. So a level of avoidance is required. I mean, I'm taking hits here, obviously. Or I took hits here because there goes Yawn. I took plenty, but you know, I got a lot of damage in away from Yawn, and so it worked out. And again, this is where playing as Chris, where the added defense helps, and having the I wish I would have had more healing though if I was Jill. So I guess there's a balance there. And we're gonna come back up and heal up the full. Oh, I should make note because the jewels are coming up. This is a any % run or worst ending run. You might be saying, oh, what the heck, you usually do best ending. And I do, I prefer it. But the problem here is knife only is knife only. So how are you going to kill the rocket or you can't use the rocket launcher at the very end of the game then. Use that rocket launcher. Tough. That's a gun. That's not a knife. So you can't do the final Tyrant fight. So the lab Tyrant is the final fight of the run here. So poor Rebecca and Jill will be left behind, which really means though we won't need to get the yellow jewel coming up or anything like that, because again, yeah, it's not an option. You can't kill the Tyrant with only the knife. Kind of a weird stipulation for this, but yeah, it is the way it is. And we're gonna go put the books into the item box here. I don't know what else I'm doing here. Do. Yeah, there's a lot of spots in this where I was like, I remember even thinking this while I was doing this run, because I knew I wanted to put it on here. I don't do enough on YouTube like this. I was like, you know what, we're going to put this on there. I was thinking right then, it's like, man, this is something I'm definitely going to edit out. And you might be saying, well, you should have. It would have looked a lot better. But at the same point, it would have been a clearly spliced together video, and I didn't really want that. Yeah, so you do not need the yellow gem. Emphasize, do not need the yellow gem. Because the yellow gem is just going to give us one of the Mo discs, and that is used to save Jill, so we will not be doing that. Because you cannot just save Jill or just save Rebecca either. If you save either of them, that'll trigger the final Tyrant. Yeah, and this is when I realized, wait, I didn't need the yellow one, so I put it away. That was just force of habit there, I'm sure. Oh, grab the grenade. Alright, so we're heading to the main hall. The last door in the main hall we have not opened. Or at least on the first. Well, actually, isn't true either. This door over here, though. I was gonna say the last door on the first floor, but that isn't even true either, because technically the path to Lisa is there. Anyway, we're coming in here. We're gonna grab this jewelry box. I think I take the herb too. Yeah. Yeah, we'll grab this jewelry box right here. And zombie's pretty easy to avoid. You can kite him over if you need to. Just stand in a corner and lure him over. He's pretty low key though. Even on, you know, the harder difficulties, he's pretty indifferent. But it's a situation where, I mean, if you do get too close to him, he will grab you. So don't get cute with it either though. All right, so coming through here, through this door, we're gonna be face to face with a hunter. Run to Chris's left. Notice how I went to the left against the wall there? You'll dodge that hunter every time. The big thing is, though, you need to be running from the get-go. If you're not running from the get-go, that hunter will swipe you. Alright, I don't know what I was doing there. Oh, these dogs are jerks. I remember this now. Yeah. Well, it's amazing, like, when you swear or when you, you know, just have a moment of annoyance, of a pain in the ass. It's amazing how that can just pop back up in your memory. It's like, hey, welcome watching this back. It's like, oh, yeah, I remember this part. You know, you do all this great stuff, nice movement, totally safe rooms. Forget all that, but the moment one dog bites you, you will remember it. But anyway, here's where I usually do the jewelry box puzzle, is right here where we use the battery. It's more or less just because this is when the inventory is open. But yeah, here's how I always solve it. You can solve it any number of ways you want, as long as the pieces match like that. But there's no set start point for those pieces, as long as they all have to be together, and the start point can just be wherever, is what I'm trying to say. You know, you just have to turn them accordingly, but that's how I always do it. Yeah, there's one hit. I think these guys were determined to get me into caution. There you go, you gotta come back here, and we're gonna use the green crank. Oh, this is the square crank. I go and heal because I took that hit from the dog and I had the menu open. I should have waited though. That is I knew I was gonna be going past all these dogs again on my way to the caverns. I should have just waited and healed once we were in there. That was a bit of a mistake. And one hit there. Yeah, and then he grabs me. What a jerk, yeah. So I grabbed this herb here. I think he might hit me again. Yep. Sheesh. Alright, anyway, annoying dogs aside, we're in the caverns now. So we gotta go and get the hex crank. Yeah, pretty standard stuff through a lot of this. Or, you know, knife or knife only, doesn't matter. There you go, get the hex crank off of Enrico's body. And again, just kind of keep running there. If you keep moving before they... just don't give the hunter time to kind of get animated and set, and you'll be fine. Hunters are remarkably pretty easy to dodge. You know, the big thing is just don't panic. And it's weird to say, but just don't let them become a problem. And very easy to say for somebody that's poured hundreds of hours into this game, but it's kind of true though. Just don't let them become a problem. You know, keep moving. I mean, don't run, you know, run to your character's right, hunter left, as much as you can. You should avoid a lot of damage from them. I don't know why, but for some reason my notification sound effect is playing. That random sound you're hearing, it was from my stream. I was either getting hosted or something. But anyway, here's the boulder part. Oh, note, I picked up the flamethrower because we need to use it to progress. But do not plan to use that flamethrower. You have to cut the webbing here. So a nice trick with Black Tiger here is if you hold down and left on your thumbstick. Down and left. Like, notice how you'll instantly move like I did there. Doing that guarantees an action out of Black Tiger. So Black Tiger could just attack, it could charge like it did, it could shoot poison, but it's guaranteeing an action which will let you get around her to get to it. And just cut the webbing here, and go. A little bit of bad luck there taking the pounce attack, but that's okay. There you go, use your flamethrower. There. Do not shoot that flamethrower. Do not even equip it. Don't even think about it. Anyway, after doing that, we're gonna go in here, heal, and use the hex crank. I think that there is a heal. It's a first aid behind the boulder here. I think I grab it, but definitely, if you're a little short on healing at this point, make sure to pick it up. Well, first thing is get the boulder out of the way. And just run forward and left. There you go. And once that's out of the way, grab the... go back here and grab the first aid. It's a first aid box. I'm pretty sure there's a first aid spray in there as well. But anyway, for the puzzle here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Simple as that. If you're using Jill, it would be about 4.5. She doesn't push it quite as far as Chris does. I mean, given the fact that she's not the boulder puncher and everything, especially with this skin. But yeah, she's just a little weaker in regards to that. It's a lot of little varying details between the two overall. Like, the obvious stuff is Jill has more inventory, better weapons, and the lockpick. But there are a lot of smaller things, like Chris apparently runs slightly faster. He has more defense, and he can push a little further. You know, little things like that. Kind of neat little touches about this game. You know, obviously these characters, they control the same and everything like that, but it's a great way to create individualism for each character without making the gameplay weird for one versus the other. Alright, so we're gonna have to get past Black Tiger again here coming up. I think I just wait. I usually take a step or two and then wait. Oh, I just kind of go for it there. And it is luck of what Black Tiger decides to do. Sometimes it's nothing, sometimes it's any of the attacks she has. Alright, we're gonna put the hex crank away now. This is me thinking, wait, I could take the books now. And it's like, wait, I don't need to take the books now. Why don't we just wait? That'll make sense. But alright, there we go. First aid spray. Yeah, now that was a hunter launching its insta-kill attack. I'm pretty sure that one always does that at that spot, or it's close to it. Just ignore it, and just keep moving and you'll be fine. It shouldn't reach you. It should only reach you if you run into it. Code here is 4231, by the way. Again, my hope is that you're playing this for on your second, third, or fourth playthrough, something like that. Hopefully this isn't your first run of it. Definitely going to make things a little more complicated as far as navigation. I mean, I guess you could keep pausing the video and everything, but yeah, why complicate? So here we go. You can go to the left there. We had the left or right path. If you go whichever way you go first is where Lisa will spawn. So it makes it safer if you go the other way first. It's just, you know, I'm used to it, so I went ahead and opted for the dodge. But if you're worried about the dodge, just go left on that screen and you'll see her, and then run back the way I did, and you'll be fine. She won't be there. And once again, you can go down those steps there and lure there. I go for the swag style dodge, and thankfully I got it. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking about this video at the time of doing that too. It was like, oh man, am I gonna have to record this video when I take a knock? So thankfully I got that, but you don't need to try and show off there unless you're trying to go fast. You can just go down the steps, lure there, and then go back and run past that lever, and like I did, and she won't be there. You don't have to worry about dodging her. Alright, there we go. Grab the broken flamethrower. We're pretty much ready to leave the cavern. Or, well, yeah, caverns, I guess. This is still caverns. Getting very nice design through this whole section, though. So again, you can lure Lisa here if you want. This time it's a little trickier, though. You're probably better off just going and having her up here, because then she won't be in your way when you're trying to deliver the broken flamethrower. So yeah, do that, go back down, go straight this time, then go left at the fork, and use the broken flamethrower, doors open, get out. You don't have to worry about Lisa following you in here or anything like that, but a pretty straightforward room here. And then after we get out of the water here, there's the jewelry box on Chris's left. Yep, and climb on out and we'll be back in Lisa's cabin. Nope. I don't grab the books yet. Nah. I don't need to. I don't know why. I always want to do that. After all these years, you think I'd know not to, but I just can't get over it sometimes. It's like, I need those items. No, you don't. Not yet. Not yet. But alright, yeah, just maneuver your way past that dude. And we're gonna go and use the Spencer key next. After we gotta get past these guys. Oh, what is that movement? Yeesh. Come on, pass, Dan. Alright, so after this, we're gonna grab the stone and metal object. Don't forget it. Alright, there we go. Remember, the hunter is going to be in this room. So immediately just run forward, and then right into the doorway here. So we hear Rebecca. We're going to ignore that and pretend it was just the AC kicking on. Go ahead and grab that, the metal object, and leave. Because we don't need the grenade or the shotgun shells. Let's head forward right through the door there, ignoring the hunter. Poor Rebecca just met her end, probably. Chris is not my hero. Not my Chris. Anybody wondering why I always do run the best ending? It's mainly because I hate the idea of the characters dying, as cheesy as that sounds, but I do like killing the Tyrant. The Tyrant at the heliport is so damn cool. So that's part of it as well. That's why I usually go for it. Alright, and just do the stone and metal stuff here. And look, guess what? We're finally going to take these books. Because this is finally the appropriate time to take said books. I think I might take an extra heal here, too. The thing with Lisa is, though, this fight really doesn't change much regardless. I mean, it just is what it is. It's pushing the statues over. The big thing with Lisa, if you're newer to this fight, just don't get greedy. Start at the bottom left and kind of work your way around. But if you need to skip like that top right one to kind of get out of the way, I try to lure her to jump over. I don't think she does it on this playthrough. And she's just doing whatever. Ooh, don't get hit though. Yeah, she's swinging free now. She's pretty far away, so I do the bottom right, then just do the top right. She jumps over there, but we're already done, so just head over to the top left. And not much to really say on that fight. Just, again, be patient. Be very aware she does have an attack that she can shoot, like, those tentacle things out of her back. It has pretty decent reach. So if you're behind her by, I don't know, 5 to 10 feet maybe even, she can hit you and it could push you off the side. So be aware that that is a thing. But really not much I can say on the fight. It's pretty straightforward. You just gotta be smart, be safe. And look, we get to use said books finally. But yeah, we're heading to the labs and to the end of the game. And, again, not to drone on about the door skip thing, but again, this is where it's nice. This is far from, like, a true efficiency run, given it's knife only and everything, but this really does quicken the pace. This is going to be quicker than, like, my PB, or pretty close to my PB time. With weapons, with the door animation. So again, if it's an option you have, I strongly recommend taking a look at it. But anyway, we've got lab stuff to do, so I'm going to put the first aid away because we're going to need some spots taken up. I am going to kill a few more things, though, here in the labs. Mainly because we do have to deliver the canister. And while the leniency on the canister explosion is very, very high, on very easy, you still don't want to get grabbed or anything and blow up. So we're going to come through here. We're going to kill this guy. Just aim for headshot. Oh, he got me right there off the bat. But yeah, just aim for headshots. Or I think I hit him in the leg there. Then we're going to... That's where I'm thinking the legs might be quicker. That's that strike animation. I'm trying to bait, get behind, and then hit him again. Hit him again. Oh, come on. Come on, Dan. There we go. A little scuffed. This guy comes over, and instead of leaving like I should have, I decided I'm just going to kill him too. Again, why am I doing this? I do not know. Just going to keep working his legs over. I do think his downward slash is a little faster watching it now. Again, if anybody knows, feel free to let me know for certain. But yeah, I think that's a little quicker. Alright, so we're going to come in here, activate the computer. Login is John. Password is Ada. And then the password that comes up here next is Cell. C-E-L-L. Yeah, you find out the answer to that, and you open both B2 and B3, by the way. You find out the answer to that by doing the, you find, like, these slides that show a damaged portion of the body, something like that, and then you, you know, you just put it in the right order, and it tells you, like, it's the first letter of each one. It's, like, colon, esophagus, liver, lungs, or something like that. Yeah, so you get Cell from that. But anyway. Don't grab that Modisc. Force of habit. And I'm just sitting there like, oh, damn it. Why did I grab that? 8462 on the number pad here. There we go, and grab the, what I was doing here, grab the lab key. If you pick up the tape off Kenneth's body at the beginning of the game, you can watch it right there. But I did not do that. An interesting note on the zombies, you notice that one puking. If a zombie is on the steps, it will puke as its default attack. If you did not know that. Why am I going in here? Am I just gonna use the Modisc out of force of habit? You do not need to do any of this. This is not needed. I would just use the lab key to get it out of your inventory maybe, but otherwise do not do what I'm doing. You shouldn't even have this Modisc. Yeah, so this is totally a waste of time, by the way. Now go ahead and push this shelf 1, 2, 3, and go. But yeah, you do not need to do any of that. Yeah, sorry. Force of habits, like I said. Alrighty. Oh, there's no zombie here, that's right. Yeah, there's usually a naked zombie there. So we're gonna kill the Chimera here. I just get behind it and slice it. These guys are pretty easy to kill straight up with the knife. Yeah, see, he's dead. Again, this is to make the canister delivery much easier once we got the nitroglycerin in it. Like, why risk it, you know? Alright, there we go. Now we just gotta go get, fill it up, and we'll be in gear. Good to go. I think I do have to kill one more zombie. We're gonna kill it right by where we fill it up. And thankfully we don't have to worry about those guys turning into crimson heads. There's not enough time for that. Yeah, normally this guy is like right where I'm walking. And then they hide him here though. Yeah, I remember being caught off guard by that. A bunch of jerks. We got a couple headshots in there. Get another one. Yeah, there he goes. How's that? That extra stab was annoyance. Like, dude, what are you doing here? Alright, go ahead and fill up the thing with nitroglycerin, though, and then we're gonna mostly... You can get a little cute here with running and not running, but mainly hit the D-pad and walk. I want to push this too much unless you're trying to speedrun. But really, just walk. Just walk. Because if you run for too long, it will blow up and you will game over. It's not worth it if you're going for the... see, like I did a little bit of running there. It's... Yeah, you can get away with that, but... Just walk. There's absolutely no reason to rush this unless you are, like I said, going for a really tight time or something like that. Okay, just walking. And there we go. Delivery done. Save. That's probably that was, well, I wasn't really all that bad on this even. But yeah, we're pretty much done. All we have to do now is go power up the elevator and we'll take on our final fight, which is the Tyrant. Movement, please. Ooh. Again, you could save in this room that I'm heading into now as well, if you're worried about Tyrant. I think I just grabbed the healing because I have a whole bunch of it. But as you can see, this difficulty gives you so much healing. Now, as far as the damage you take, like, really the bosses are the tricky part. Not letting them get away from you or getting greedy against them. I'm so used to Rebecca showing up right here. But yeah, you don't have... You should have plenty of supplies to get through this fairly easy. Alright, skip that, skip that, skip that. Alright, Tyrant time. So, slash, move. Again, like most of these fights, just kind of stick and move. This Tyrant, the heliport one definitely not, but this one is so slow to turn. You can just, you know, hit him a few times in the ass and then just, you know. Oh, that was sloppy. He's gonna go down here shortly. He doesn't have a ton of health. Yep, there you go. Easy. Alright, grab the key that Wesker drops here. Then we're gonna run over here and use deactivate the lock for the door. And we're good to go to leave. So yeah, I mean, this is pretty much the end of the video. You know, I'll let everything play out like it does normally. Just want to say thanks in advance for watching. If you enjoy RE1 Remake, or, well, most any Resident Evil at this point, you know, consider checking out, you know, consider subscribing here on YouTube, or checking me out over on Twitch. We keep it very chill, very cozy. I'm currently learning I want to do a marathon of 0 through 8 in a big speed run. And so I'm kind of slowly learning various entries along the way. So that all sounds interesting. Be sure to check us out. This is December 2021, by the way, that I'm saying this. So it may, you know, if you found this video like 3 years from now, it may have already happened. But, oh yeah, you need a slot here. There we go. But yeah, we'd love to have you and play a lot of horror games. We do weekly marathons, everything like that. And then yeah, if these videos keep doing well here on YouTube, I'll keep uploading them and making more. It's good incentive. Or if you have any ideas for videos mainly around like Resident Evil or other, there are plenty of horror games on the channel. Stuff you'd like to see like this. Feel free to let me know. Comments. But yeah, there we go. Set off the signal flares. There's your first achievement. It's what is that? Oh, every man for himself. The Chris surviving on his own one. Which again, like I said, I usually always do the best ending. So I didn't have that one. I didn't have yet. And again, I had these prior, all this stuff done on PS4. This is my first time unlocking it all on Steam. Yeah, so sad boy Chris. No Jill and Rebecca to, ride on home with. And on top of that, this guy's still alive. I love this credits theme. But yeah, again, I appreciate everybody, appreciate you, the viewer, for clicking on this video, giving it a shot, and if you made it this far, hell yes, even more appreciation. Thank you so much. Again, not to overplug, but yeah, consider, giving us a like and a sub here on YouTube if you like this kind of stuff. I'm more than willing to make more of it, and if you want to see these things done live, check me out over on Twitch. This playthrough right here was actually recorded, taken from my channel. I kind of manipulate the recording because through my broadcast software, so you only see the game and the game audio, but it's all there otherwise. So yeah, thank you for watching, and good luck with your knife only attempts. I'll let it play out here so that way you guys can see the achievements pop, just to clarify that it did happen, even though it should be pretty obvious. But it is the internet, so any call for clarity I will gladly meet. So yeah, the next video, by the way, will be another RE1 remake video, along with like a speedrun video that I'll upload, or speedrun highlight. But it'll be a RE1 remake, Real Survivor Best Ending with Jill. It was actually recorded the same night as this one. That will be our next video, so yeah, be sure to check it out as well.
Chris, you did a fine
All right,
job.
there we go. CQC FTW popped right there in the bottom right corner. Yeah, there's our final time, 1:31:05. Not too bad, not too bad. So once again, thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day. Thank you, thank you.